Café Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. Today we talk with Gary Doherty, and he's the founder of the Think Network, Europe's fastest growing empowerment platform. And he's joining us from Londonderry, Northern Ireland. Gary is CEO of Think Network and founder of Be Seen PR, world-class boutique PR agency, placing individuals into global media publications. So Gary, how do you scale up your personal brand?
Thank you for having me, Tom. Yes, I'm in Derry, Londonderry, Northern Ireland, and personal branding and scaling up your personal brand is massively relevant in the world that we are living in right now. More so, increasingly so since the pandemic. How I do it, I very quickly realized, Tom, that everybody may be online, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But are you seen, visible, heard, credible, positioned as the authority in your field? Are you standing out online? Because in my view, if you are not visible online, you are invisible. Right. Online. It's not just good enough to be online. That's not good enough. You need to be visible. You need to be seen. You need to be heard. And then when you're seen and heard, you need to be credible. You need to be respected, and you need to be an authority.
And you need to be active. It's like, stirring the pot, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm a lot of marketing and personal branding can be very subjective, as you would know. One, like, your opinion might vary from mine. Mm-hmm. Something that's worked for me might not work for somebody else. But there's common threads that I have seen over a 2 or 3 year period that have worked for people that have a product, a service, and an offering, and they want reach and impact. And I've seen some common threads, and success leaves clues, right?
Well, and to that point, you're CEO of a major multinational company, or if you're the CEO of your own startup, you are the face of whatever you're doing. And people want to have some type of emotional connection to the real person.
Yeah, people buy from people at the end of the day, and unless you're Coca-Cola or Apple, but even at that, people were inspired by Steve Jobs, regardless of what you may or may not think about him. People thought he was this genius, and wanted Zuckerberg with Facebook, and and so on and so forth. So personal branding is, if you're online, particularly if you're online, and you want more reach and impact, personal branding is critical. It's a non-negotiable. You either, and I've seen it so many times with CEOs, with entrepreneurs, with ambitious individuals, speakers, authors, so on and so forth. Your personal brand is perception is reality.
Right.
Perception is reality, and that may go against some people's values. They may see that as smoke and mirrors or whatever. But here's what I would say to that. If you are a genuine, authentic person with high value and you're making a difference in the world, make sure you're not the best kept secret.
Tell everybody, show everybody. But to that point, as being a secret, many persons have multiple personas. You do, I do, and many persons also have that. And I believe we should be the same persona across the platforms. We shouldn't be different people in different places. Do you agree?
Totally agree. I myself, if anybody follows me on my Instagram, Gary B. Doherty Official, or Gary B. Doherty in any of my platforms, I am myself all the time. Honestly, I at the minute I'm documenting going my fitness journey, and there's times where I'll do a video where I'm saying I can't be bothered going in here. I don't even want to go to the gym tonight, but I'm going in here anyway. So I'm not just posting the big wins at the end of the week. I'm documenting the journey. Now, there's some things I don't post on LinkedIn because I don't see it relative to my audience, but I am myself wherever I turn up.
No, I agree with you. I have the same feeling. LinkedIn, I look at that and see that as being more professional, more corporate oriented. Instagram, Facebook, and some of the others, a personal level. But back to the point where you say bring out the secrets. We really shouldn't have secrets. We shouldn't be found as something different somewhere else and then be perceived as wanting to cover something up.
Yeah. Tom, I don't know about you. Have you ever followed somebody online or respected them or held them in high regard or revered them or just perceived them as one way, and then met that person in real life and found them to be not less or more, but just totally different?
Right. No.
Their energy was different. Their confidence levels were different. Everything was different. And I've found that before with some people, but I'll tell you what, you'll not find that with me.
No, I agree. That's happened to me. I've seen and met people, and several of those people, you feel that their profile, their persona, was manufactured. They've had somebody do it for them, and I'm not saying that's wrong, but it doesn't perceive credibility on my side.
Yeah, it can go both ways. They can be more impressive or less impressive.
No, that's true. But hopefully, as you said, spread the word across all platforms and be the same everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And even more importantly, be the same in real life. Because a lot of platforms, a lot of social media, and I've put it out there recently, genuinely, and I feel this as well. A lot of social media can be a lot of BS.
No, lots. But to the point of real life, just be real, because there's so much fake.
Be real, and if you're going to support people on social media, be prepared to support them in real life as well. This is like you can't take likes to the bank.
No, you can't. You can't.
I have people on LinkedIn all the time, these engagement pods, and people with 100 comments and 200 likes, and not one of the people that are liking or commenting are promoting their business or supporting their business. They're just liking and commenting, and I'm like, what is that about? Like, right. It's a vanity metric for me. I'm on my hobby horse about this at the minute, Tom, because I've had people try to sell me £3,000-4,000 or $5,000 courses on LinkedIn, and I'm guaranteed so many likes, and I'm like, what's the real value here? What's the real ROI? How are they adding value to my life? How am I adding value to their life? And if we're not, don't bother.
We need to be authentic.
I'm really passionate about that, Tom. Honestly, you've got me at a good time for this podcast, because I'm really, really passionate about real, meaningful, high value for each other, or forget about it totally. What's the point? Life's short, time's precious. I want to turn up the day and add real value for you. You want to add real value for me. That's what we're doing right now.
Right. I agree, because actually we only get one day at a time. We don't get tomorrow. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah, totally.
It's today, so use it. So Gary, to our listeners, how can they find you? I'm sure they can find you everywhere. But what do you suggest where they find you?
I'm passionate about being omnipresent and then drilling down into the area that is most beneficial for your clients or your people. So I'm everywhere, but where you'll get me mostly is Instagram or LinkedIn or Messenger. But Instagram or LinkedIn is where you will get me. Gary B. Doherty on LinkedIn, Gary B. Doherty Official on Instagram. They're the two places I'm personally most receptive.
Very good. So thanks for being part.
Thank you, brother. Keep winning.
Okay. And remember, again, it's Gary Doherty. It's Gary, the last name Doherty. So Gary B. Doherty. You'll find him on LinkedIn and on Instagram, amongst other places. Café Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.